This is a complete preview of all of the Dragonflight Timewalking rewards, including every toy and what it does, as well as all the mounts and transmogs. Hello there, and welcome to the Drowsy Dragon. So Dragonflight Timewalking is set to launch in 12.0.7 in a couple of weeks' time, somewhere around the middle of June. With this being a new Timewalking edition, we do of course get a new vendor, who is called Zydan. You can find Zydan at the Bronze Enclave in Valdrakken at this point on the map. And he sells a lot of interesting things. If you wanted to buy all of his offerings, it would set you back a massive 39,950 time warped badges. So let's take a look at if they are worth buying so you can see before you buy them. First up, we've got two new mounts, starting with the Liquid Hot Magma Slug. Now, wouldn't it be funny if these guys did move really slow like a normal slug? I think they should be able to climb up walls and go upside down and things like a real slug can. But that would be a bit OP, wouldn't it? Anyway, make it happen, Blizzard. Then we've got the Black-Furred Bakar. Now, this mount is the same size as the one that we got off the trading post recently. It isn't as big as Teban, and nor should it be. Teban does remain the biggest of big boys. That's it for the mounts from the vendor. Let's take a look at the Transmogs. So first of all, we've got the Infinite Brewkeeper's Great Staff. This is a different colour of the Brewkeeper staff that we've already seen from the Vault of the Incarnates raid, and it comes with the tagline, "Can I offer you an egg in this trying time?" which is of course a reference to It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, and this Frank meme, as you can see here. We've then got the Khan's Ceremonial Crossbow, which would fit quite well with some rugged Tauren or Troll-themed transmogs. And then the Arsenal, first of many arsenals may I add, the Lost Plunder Key. Now this one has a reference to every time you've lost your keys ever, which let's be honest is probably quite a lot of times now. You do get all types of a one-hand, including a one-hand large version, and an offhand as well, so you should be able to mog this over any weapon, and just don't put it down anywhere and you'll never lose it again. You've then also got the Found Plunder Key. This tagline continues on from the Lost set, and these look very similar, but they've got a more intricate design, particularly on the top of the key, the part that you're going to be whacking people with. It looks fancier. It's nice. Then you've got the Infinite Time Slicer. So this is a one-hand sword cosmetic only. It's a rather nice looking sword, sticking with the Infinite Dragonflight colourings, and it's got a reference in its description which relates to the time knife from the show The Good Place. It's one I've not seen, so I did have to Google this, but if you know, you know. Next up is a very popular one, which I assume most people are going to buy. It's the Ensemble Shadowflame Seared Druidic Garb. The Fire Druid form that was data mined all the way back in Dragonflight when the Emerald Dream patch was coming out, that nobody could find. Believe me, I did spend a lot of time searching for this on the PTR, to no avail. I raced up to Reputation Max with the Emerald Dream faction, couldn't find it anywhere. There was some rumour it was in a cave. I searched everywhere for a cave. I wasted so much time finding this, and here it is. So quite cathartic to see this actually on a vendor, and you can now actually buy this. It comes with two options for shoulders, and you can wear this without the kilt bit too if you wanted to mog this with some pants, although it doesn't include any actual pants in the set, which is a bit odd. Anyway, the set does look brilliant, and you can buy it for 4,000 time warp badges, which is kind of steep, but it's a very cool transmog set. You've also got the Time Lost Earth Warden's battle gear, if you want to get your Neltharion on. It's pretty cool, not much more to say about it. Third ensemble are the Winter's Dreaming Garb, a blue and white version of some of the gear from the Emerald Dream, including quite a nice tabard which could go great with a lot of transmogs. We've also got the pristine Draconic Scholar's Finery, some red and gold shoulders, a cloak and a tabard with some pink gems on the shoulders. Then you've got some big shoulder transmog ensembles. Now these have 10 colour variants in each, so you're bound to have a set that these can fit with if you like the look of them, and not too bad for 1200 time warp badges for all of these shoulder options. The razor scale ones are slightly fancier, having some additional details. Finally for transmog, there is the Scavenger's Banner, which is a cloak transmog if you want to look menacing charging towards your enemies, but beware, this does make it much harder to fit through most doors. I'm just kidding, it's just going to clip through, isn't it? And finally, we've got another cloak transmog in the Emergency Landing Kit. We all love a good backpack transmog, right? So here's another option for you. There are a few other appearances you can unlock by purchasing the Time Warp catch-up gear, like this Jaredin Spear and the Storyteller versus Bookhand. Bookhand? Book Offhand. Now for the toys. So first off we've got the Photo Finisher. Now this toy will make sure it captures a screenshot every time you kill a boss. But there's a couple of little flaws to this toy. First of all, it doesn't remove your UI, so you can't get any really clean screenshots. And also, you've got no control over when it actually does this. So if you wanted to catch the boss mid-fall, or mid-explosion, or however the boss dramatically dies, you can't really do that. But if you did mean to get screenshots of boss kills and keep forgetting, then this toy is going to save you from that. It would be cool if it had some options like the selfie cam, so you could set maybe filters or, delay it by 2 seconds or something like that, but it doesn't for now. Then we've got the Ashen Horn of the Fallen Keeper. This is actually very cool. So if you like living in a chaotic world where the sky is burning and ashes falling everywhere, then this is the toy for you. Who needs peace and tranquility, right? It's overrated. It turns the sky like this for 10 minutes with a 30-minute cooldown. Blizzard, you're doing it again with the silly toy cooldowns. Why can't this just be usable whenever you want it to? It seems to only be a personal effect, so it's not going to mess the skybox up for everybody. Just stop with the whole silly toy random cooldownness of things, please. Thank you. Next up we've got the Ulfstone Fragment, which thankfully only has a 5-second cooldown. You can now skip rocks in Azeroth. If you ever wanted to do that, now's your time to shine. It does jump a random number of times. The most I got was 5, maybe 6, but I think it was 5. So see how many you can get. Quite a nice peaceful thing to do while you're waiting for somebody or just have nothing else better to do, And there's only one pet you can get from the vendor, which is the Shadowflame Remnant. I was going to say he's a cool little guy, but he's not. He's actually scorching hot. And last of all, we've got the Dragonriding customizations. The Cliffside Wilderdrake gets some sleek horns, which you can see him sporting right here. You've then got the Whimsy Drake, which gets some gold and pink armour. Rather fabulous, if you don't mind me saying. And then you've got the Grotto Netherwind Drake that gets 2 new things. It gets the yellow scales for its baseline appearance, and it also gets some purple and silver armour. Now, you don't really see people using these mounts much anymore, but it's cool to get new stuff for them anyway. Some people would have preferred a new mount overall, but I suppose this is Dragonflight Timewalking and this was a Dragonflight feature, so it does make a lot of sense. But that's pretty much it for the rewards. You can of course buy reputation tokens for the individual factions as well that were in Dragonflight if you do need to catch up with those still. Now, that's it for the rewards from the vendor, but remember, with Dragonflight Timewalking and patch 12.0.7, we will also get another Turbulent Timeways event, which you can basically just do Timewalking dungeons each week, get the buff that you get from doing those up to the stacks where it goes to Mastery of the Timeways, maintain that buff for 4 weeks, it has now been knocked down from 5 weeks on the PTR, and then you'll get the Spawn of Vyranoth mount. So that's another thing to look forward to. That is basically everything, guys. So what are you looking forward to from the vendor? What are you going to buy, if anything? Do you like these rewards? Let us know in the comments. Thank you so much for watching. I've been the Drowsy Dragon, and I will of course catch you next time. If you did enjoy the video, please do leave a like and consider subscribing to the channel for more content all about World of Warcraft from me here at the Drowsy Dragon. Big shout out and thank you to our channel members here on YouTube and also our members over on Patreon for supporting the channel with their own money. That is much appreciated. Thank you so much. And if you do want to join as well, you can find the links in the description to do so. Come and join us on Discord and keep the conversation going. And I'll catch you in the next one, guys. Thank you for watching. I'm the Drowsy Dragon, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.